Hey guys, I have been experimenting a lot with creating vertical videos in iMovie lately. These can be used for Instagram Reels, TikToks, and now YouTube Shorts. I'm going to show you how to create these in iMovie in less than 60 seconds, and then some pro tips at the end for different styles, so stick around. So we'll get started by dragging our clip into the timeline, and then click on the cropping tool. Select rotate the clip clockwise to turn it over. From there, click on crop to fill. You can see this crop size is exactly what we'll need for vertical video. You can go ahead and adjust the center of the clip. And now when I play my project, you can see the clip is in the center. From here, do a quick share file to go ahead and export this video clip. Go ahead and give it a name and save it to my desktop. The last step will be to just open this on your Mac in the default player, which is QuickTime. Click on Edit, Rotate Left, and you can see now I have a nice vertical video. Go ahead and save this, and this can now be uploaded to TikTok, Instagram, or as a YouTube short. As you can see, very quick, very easy. This is actually the simplest way to do it, but I do want to show you some more advanced options because there is actually a lot you can do with these vertical clips while in iMovie. Something that you'll also sometimes see with these vertical videos is they don't take up the entire frame, or in other words, the entire rectangle. Instead, you might see a little bit of a background on the top and the bottom, and that's really easy to recreate in iMovie as well. For that, we're going to go to backgrounds, and then you can see there's plenty of pre-made options here. Some of these actually have movement as part of the background, or you can see there are just some plain ones in here, some gradients, which are nice. But let's do something that kind of matches the color of the clip that I have already, so I'm going to go with this blue gradient style, and I will drag this onto the timeline. And what we want next is for our video to overlap, or basically be on top of the background. So we're actually going to grab that vertical video clip, move it up just a bit, and you can see that the background clip will slide itself underneath, allowing us to overlap both clips. So let me go ahead and now drag the background out so that the timing is going to match for both. And you can't quite see it yet because they're overlapping and they're basically the same size. But if I go back to my cropping tool, making sure that I've highlighted the vertical video, not the background, I can stretch out this crop a little bit extra, and basically anything that is above or below the actual video content is going to show through. In other words, the background will be visible in this little black area at the top of the video and underneath the video. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go, just so we have enough to see the background come through. Again, I'm going to center the video so it lines up exactly how I want it, and also I have an equal amount on the top and the bottom. When I come back here and play my project, you can see I do have a background now. My vertical video is a little bit smaller now, more like a square shape than a rectangle. And if you didn't like that, you can go back to your cropping tool, you can adjust, you can add more or less of the background as however you want. So here's more of a full square shape for the video content with the background showing through. So I actually like how this looks. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. We're going to share to a file. Go ahead and save it, give it a name to create the clip that's going to end up on my desktop. That's now exported. We're going to do the same thing as before. Go ahead and open the clip on our Mac using the default player, which is QuickTime. Click Edit, then rotate left, and here's what it looks like. And just so you can see a comparison side by side with the first video. Let me go ahead and save that one. Okay, so that worked really well. Let's do one more style of vertical video. This is going to be more of a picture-in-picture vertical format. I'm going to copy my video content, move it ahead just a little bit, and then drag it down into the timeline. Now this clip is actually going to be our background, so I want to go ahead and go back to the cropping tool and make this full size again. So the way you can do that very quickly, instead of trying to line up the top and bottom of the crop, is to click on Fit, and then to click again on Crop to Fill. And you can see it'll automatically give you that correct format again for a full screen vertical video. And then you just need to drag it as we did before, centering the video however we want it. So there again, my video is full screen. This is going to be our background. Now I'm going to grab the cropped version of the video, drag that on top of the full size vertical video. I'll go ahead and delete the previous background. We're not going to use this one anymore. But now when I go back and play the project, you can see my video content is a background as well as being a foreground at the same time, which is kind of cool, especially when you add some effects to the different layers. So for example, I can click on just the background layer first, and then go up to my clip filters and effects, click on the clip filter, and there's a lot of different visual effects I can apply to that background layer. Here's one of my favorites. It's the vintage filter for the background clip, which applies a different style of coloration to the video. But notice how the foreground clip is still the same. It's nice and clear and it shows through. So it definitely makes things a lot more interesting. This is kind of a big border, so I want to go back to my crop for the foreground clip, the smaller one that's sort of a square shape. I'll go ahead and reduce the size of the crop for this one just a little bit. And yeah, I like that a lot. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing as before, share to file, save this, give it a name for our clip. That's going to export to my desktop. Here it is, a vertical clip with color. And same thing as before in our QuickTime player. Click on Edit, Rotate Left. And I will just give this a name, save the final version. So there you go, 3 fantastic ways to create vertical videos using iMovie with a little bit of QuickTime thrown in at the end. And there's actually many more ways you can do this, including text overlays, blurred backgrounds. So if you'd like to see any of those options in a future video, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below so I can work on that. Subscribe for more iMovie tutorials, and thanks again for watching.